Yeah, I'm here, Sully. What's going on?
How's it going, man? Sorry about that.
Pretty good.
Cole fumbled on the 2-yard line there.
That's all right. That's all right. I'm in a gym, so the cell access may not be the best that it could be. So we'll give him a pass on that one.
Got a little 5th grade basketball action going on?
Of course, we'll Saturday morning 5th grade basketball before we wrap up. What has been a really exciting state tournament with St. Augustine prep tonight and the Ocean City girls tomorrow.
Yeah, only 2 Cal teams left. I guess we figured it would be these 2 teams. They've been sort of the cream of the crop of the Cape Atlantic League all season long. Let's start off with St. Augustine, really dominant in the group semis. I mean, they came out on fire. I think they were up 38-13 at halftime and kind of put it on cruise control in the second half there in that win. And what do you expect tonight out of St. Augustine versus Don Bosco?
Well, it's a rematch between these 2 teams. Last year St. Augustine kind of came out in the first half and really took control of the game. I think we all remember Saeed Nelson with that shot from beyond half court at the first quarter buzzer, and how great that was and everything else. This game, Don Bosco, as Coach Paul Rodeo of St. Augustine has said, is a year older and a year stronger. You'd expect them to be well motivated by last season's 20-point loss. And on the other hand, you've got a St. Augustine team that's senior dominated with Justin Mutt, Austin Kennedy, and Walter Harvey, and a St. Augustine team that's looking to make a statement of their own, to kind of say, hey, this is our state title, and no offense to Saeed Nelson, but, we're going to get this done this year.
Mike, how much do you think that was a motivating factor for this team, or is that kind of just something that sports reporters talk about?
Well, I think it's human nature. I mean, we talk about it because they brought it up. I mean, I think it's, I just think it's human nature. I think when you're a senior in high school, you want to put your mark on the program. You want to do something as a senior. You want to win as a senior, and I think that's just what it is. I mean, I think it's just seniors wanting to go out as champions, and this group has been so successful. I think they're 107-11 in their, since their freshman year.
Wow.
And they want to end it right with a state championship tonight. And they also have a chance to make history. I mean, St. Augustine has won 5 state titles, but they've never gone back-to-back, and they have that opportunity here. And if this team were to do it, they would be remembered as being special in St. Augustine history.
Now, would that be the most in Cape Atlantic League history?
Well, I believe for Cape Atlantic League boys, yes. I mean, Coach Paul Rodeo already holds them with 5. They would obviously add to it with 6, but this would be their first opportunity to go back to back. The others were kind of, the culmination of eras. The Andrew Sullivan era won a state championship in 1999. The Anthony Farmer era won in, I believe, 2003 or 2004. It was the Isaiah Morton era in 2011, and last year was kind of Saeed Nelson, the end of the Saeed Nelson era. So here you got an opportunity for St. Augustine to kind of go back to back, and really, a senior class. They start 3 seniors. They have 8 seniors. They have about 100 senior managers on a team. And like I said, 107-11 since their freshman year, and they want to try to end it right, but it's not going to be easy. And Don Bosco, as Coach Rodeo said, a year old, a physically strong team, lost themselves this season.
Yeah, you mentioned guys like Farmer and Morton and Nelson. St. Augustine seems to always have that great guard, and Austin Kennedy, he doesn't jump off the page at you, but he's had a tremendous season, and I think probably one of the most underrated guys in South Jersey with everything he does for that team.
Well, I'd agree with that, 100%. You hit the nail on the head there when you called him one of the most underrated players in South Jersey. Here's a kid who, athletically, I've seen him, soar for rebounds. He can play on or near the rim, which, looking at him, you wouldn't think that's the case. He's only about 6'6'1". I was talking with somebody the other day, and the best description of him, St. Augustine throughout the years has had these kind of guys who get in there, do the dirty work, dive on the floor, kind of do the little things, and I'll really give that program some toughness. Well, Austin Kennedy does all that, and he's a standout player. Can hit the 3, push the ball. He's kind of the prototypical St. Augustine player, only with a lot more talent, basically.
I tell you what, and every once in a while you see it come out, that little bit of playground swagger he's got in him. He's a quiet kid by nature, but he's got a little confidence, in his game, and it's fun to see that. Every once in a while, you'll see it a big game, he'll make a big shot and kind of, maybe take a look at the other team's fans or something like that. It takes a little bit of looking to notice it, but it's there, and I like that fire he's got. He's so competitive, man. If you're starting a basketball team, that's the kind of guy you want.
Well, and the other thing I love about him and all the Augustine players is their unselfishness. I mean, I think I had their scoring averages in my preview story in the paper today. I mean, I think, Kennedy might lead the team in scoring. If he averages 13 points a game, that's a lot. Mutz averages 12. Hargis averages about 10. Harvey and Stoll average about 6. On any given night, Hargis, Mutz, or Kennedy could lead the team in scoring in a single game. They don't care who scores, and I think that's because they don't have one dominant scorer. They might, it's easy to overlook a guy like Kennedy. But if you took an Austin Kennedy and put him on a team where some of the, you see around South Jersey, some guys just have the green light to shoot the ball on every possession and do whatever they want. He'd be one of those guys averaging 25, 30 points a game. But he plays, for St. Augustine. I don't think he really cares about scoring, and he's playing for a state championship today as a result.
Talking to Mike McGarry of the Press of Atlantic City. Mike, before we let you go, I want to talk real briefly about Ocean City. We had Rosalia Daddy's mom on here earlier in the show, and these parents are just enjoying the heck out of this ride. The team's 30-1. They got these big caravans going to these away games. It's really a neat thing to see when you get a team on this kind of run, and especially a team like that where there's not really a star player. I mean, we all know Grace Sacco is a great point guard, but she only averages probably less than 10 points a game, and I think their leading scorer, Alexis Palin, might average 11 or 12.
Right,
so it's kind of the same thing as St. Augustine.
Right. Yeah, I mean, you said it again, it's the sum is the parts of the wholes, and kids sacrificing their games for the greater team good. I'm sure if you put Alexis Payon on a team or Grace Sacco on a team and said, do whatever you want out there, they'd be averaging up around 20 points a game, but they play within themselves. Grace Sacco is just a tremendous player, and Ocean City, again, showing a lot of grit and determination. Everything that could have gone wrong went wrong in that state semifinal against Ewing the other night, including having to win the game basically twice at the final seconds. But they come out with a 58-57 win, and now they go play Pascack Valley up there at Tom's River tomorrow at 2 o'clock. And Pascack Valley, coached by Jeff Jasper, one of the state's best girls basketball coaches. Strike that, maybe one of the state's best basketball coaches. I think he has close to 1,000 wins.
Wow.
They're 29-1. Ocean City's 30-1. Both teams have beaten the team that's beat them. Ocean City beat Mainland. Pascack Valley lost to Old Japan in the regular season and then came back and beat them in the playoffs. So it should just be a tremendous team up there at Pine Belt Arena tomorrow. Two of the state's best programs squaring off for a Group 3 championship.
Mike, how about the job that Coach Baruffi's done? I mean, we know about his career, over 300 wins, but I think this might be one of his best coaching jobs, just taking this team that – 2 of the 5 starters aren't even full-time basketball players. Payon's an outstanding field hockey player. Sadie Ford's a great soccer player. And with the parts he's had to work with and the ability to win games 32-30 or 60-58 really shows his ability to be flexible as a basketball coach.
Yeah, and I think it shows, the emphasis is on defense. That's what the emphasis is on. These great programs. St. Augustine plays tremendous defense with their length, their pressing, Justin Mutz in the back blocking shots. Ocean City plays tremendous defense. They get after it man-to-man. They emphasize defense. It is no coincidence at this time of year the teams that are left playing are the ones that build their programs on a foundation of defense. And it's that defense, like you said, how many times have we seen Ocean City win a game 35-30, 36-34? It's the ability to play defense, and it's Grace Sacco's ability to handle the ball and make the right decision, which has helped Ocean City get to this point where they'll be playing for a state title tomorrow.
Great stuff as always, Mike. We'll see you up there tomorrow in Toms River.
All right, I'll be up there tonight and tomorrow. So thanks a lot, Sully.
Nice. All right, Mike. Appreciate it, man.
See you later. Bye-bye.
That was Mike McGarry, the Press of Atlantic City.